We've walked the path, we've heard the fight. We know the pain that hides from sight. But every story matters, every win is real. Together we rise, together we heal. You're not alone, we're standing by your side, helping you through every twist in the ride. With knowledge, care, and a voice that's true, the Disability Digest is here for you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to today's live event. Once again, I'm Nadine, and I'm so glad to be your host for today's live session. So, if you've recently reviewed your annual notice of change in the mail and you're not sure what it means, don't worry. You're not alone. I know it can be confusing, but this notice is one of the most important pieces of mail you'll get each year about your Medicare Advantage plan. So today, we'll walk you through how to read and understand your notice of change so you can make smart, confident choices for your 2026 Medicare coverage. So whether you're new to Medicare, already on a plan, or you're helping a loved one review their annual notice of change, this session is for you. So today, although we miss Brian in today's event because he has an important family affair that he needs to go to, I'm being joined with an incredible group of experts who will make us understand Medicare simple and stress-free. So first of all, of course, Mr. Philip. Uh, he leads our supportive online community and he works directly with our members, helping navigate the disability and Medicare process. And help me welcome our special guest for today, our very own Gloria and Daphne, two experienced Medicare experts and benefit review specialists here at the Disability Digest who work closely with our members. And they will share tips to help you understand what's changing, what it means for you, and how to make confident and informed decisions for 2026. Thank you all for being here.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.
All right. So to get this topic started, why don't you guys share some real life experience from people who might have experience, struggling, trying to understand their annual notice of change?
Well, the real life experience that I have mostly is when the primary care physician changes and the person didn't pay any attention to the annual notice of change, or they didn't call in their doctor to find out if he was going to still be in the network. Now, one of the ones that got me once was I was so used to getting the over-the-counter benefits. I was getting $316 of over-the-counter benefits. And thinking that I was going to get the same thing the next year, when I got the notice of change, I see it's zero.
Oh,
And I'm telling you, I said, well, they don't want my business. So those are two of the main things that I look at is my doctor and my over-the-counter benefits and my dental. Gloria?
Oh, yes. Well, as you know, the annual enrollment period is from October 15th to December 7th. And that's for people who are actually on Medicare. If you just getting approved for Medicare, the annual enrollment does not apply to you because you have a 7-month window. So that means you have 3 months before your start date the month of your start date and 3 months after your start date. So that's the 7-month window. But we're going to go back to people who have just received the annual notice of change. And as Daphne had said earlier, I had a similar situation. My friend, she was scheduled to have knee surgery, and she did not realize that the orthopedic surgeon is no longer in the network. So she was very upset because she couldn't get a referral. So, and this was like going back and forth with the insurance company, with her orthopedic surgeon, and with her primary care doctor. That's why it's really, really important, as Daphne said, to make sure, because every year these doctors have a chance to sign a contract with the insurance company. So some of them might want to continue with that insurance company based on the contract, and some of them do not want to be with the insurance company. So that's why, as Daphne said, it's really important for you to make sure that your doctor is in the network. I also look at things like the maximum out of pocket. That's really important. Like in my case, my maximum out of pocket went from $1,500 for 2025, and for 2026, it's $2,900. I was getting for my over the counter, I was getting $125 every quarter. Now I'm getting $30. So all of these things that you have to look at. For the food card or the flex card, whatever you want to call it, different companies usually use different names that you could use that card to buy groceries. You could pay utility bills with it. You can buy pet food. These things. I went from I went from $75 to zero. So these are the things that you have to look for.
Okay.
Back to you, Philip.
All right. I want to mention that, it is critical that you pay attention to your mail, looking for that annual notice of change. But I've talked to a lot of family members and people that I know through different organizations, especially my Facebook group, that say they haven't received it yet, their annual notice of change in the mail. But don't panic. You can go to your provider, look them up, find their link, go to their homepage, be it United Healthcare, Aetna, whoever it is. You can go to the webpage and go into your account, and you can find the annual notice of change in your account and download it from there, which I have done. Plus, I also have the booklet. I actually received two of them through the mail. And once you receive it, then you can sit down and go through it and compare, because online, whether you're looking at it online or in the book, it breaks it down for 2025 and 2026 side by side, so you can see what exactly the changes are. Now, my personal plan, I'm probably going to stay where I'm at, because there's some slight changes, but not very big changes. One of the big things that I look for is the maximum out of pocket for the year and for next year. Mine hasn't changed. It's staying the same. And mine is more than Gloria's. Mine's $6,700 a year, maximum out of pocket, but it's not changing. It's staying the same. And then there are some small changes, like specialist primary stays the same across the board. It's still zero copay. The specialist has gone up from $50 a year, or $50 copayment, for 2025 to $60 copay for 2026. No big deal there. But then it gets down to like inpatient hospital stay. Went from $495 a day, and that's days 1 through 5, to $550 a day, days 1 through 5. So that's a pretty good increase. And then there's some other areas also in the dental areas, and you get dental coverage and eyewear coverage. Hearing, there's some small increases there, nothing alarming. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all of the big changes that's going on. But again, you need to pay close attention to that annual notice of change. We call it ANOC for short, ANOC. So yeah, be sure you check your mail, and if it's not there, you can go to the provider and download a copy of it.
Right. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing those real life experience. So that tells us it's really important to check your annual notice of change, even if you're staying on the same plan, because I think maybe to some people they're thinking, oh, I'm gonna stay on the same plan, and then they're not gonna read it, and then surprise,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of changes, right? So
Mhm.
uh for our viewers to get a better understanding on how to check their annual notice of change, I got some real annual notice of change here from Daphne, Gloria, and Philip. And you guys are going to walk them through, show them step by step on what are the things that they need to look out, what are the changes that they need to check. So, who'd like to go first?
Well, I
So
think
that
Philip's going to walk through the walkthrough, and Gloria
okay.
and I just going to share how we look at our notice of change.
All
And
right. All right.
for the audience, this is mine. It's very, very intimidating. When a person looks at it, they look at something with a bunch of words. They're not really seeing the
Yeah.
changes. So what
Mhm.
I do myself, I take mine and I go through everything that's important to me. I write it down on a piece of paper, all the points that I want to look at. And that's when I focus on those things first. Once I focus on those things, and then I would read over and sometimes just brief over any other changes, because I'm not going to fight about the price of the labs or the price of therapeutics, you know, things that I can't change. I'm not going to
Right.
fight about them, but things that I can have an influence in, those are the things that I'm going to fight for. Okay, so meaning fight, if I can't get what I want, I just go to another vendor or carrier that's going to give me what I want and what I need. Gloria?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a very good point. What I do when I get my annual notice of change, I have a book like Daphne, but I also, in the book, it gives you the link that you could actually look at it online. Some people don't like to use paper anymore. Or you can call the insurance company in the back of your card. It says customer service or member service. You could call them up and ask them, how do you get the link to look at the changes that has taken place or that will take place for 2026. So what I do, with my book, I get a yellow highlighter or whatever color highlighter you want to use, but I use a highlighter and I go through the book. As Daphne said, it's very intimidating. It takes a long time, but I go and I know I am very proactive for my health. So even though it is intimidating, I know I need to do what's best for me. So what I do, I get the highlighter and I highlight all the important factors. Again, as Philip had said, the hospital stay, your lab work, your vision, your dental, what will be your out-of-pocket cost? That's important. And again, it changes. Some people have an HMO, some people have a PPO. So, like your friends would say, oh, well, I'm only paying $2. Well, you said, what type of plan do you have? And most people really don't understand the plan that they're working with. So it's really important. I always said, if you don't understand, call the agents like us, or you call the insurance carrier. Example, like Humana, Aetna, WellCare, you call those companies and you ask them, please explain to me, what does this mean? And, what am I getting? And then you move from there. There are
Or,
things,
oh, sorry, go ahead. I
no,
didn't mean to cut you off.
no, that's okay. Yeah, but I'm just saying overall, I highlight all the things that's important to me and then I do a comparison. And if I want to stay with the plan that I currently have, if the changes are not too outrageous, then I will stay with my plan. But if it's really outrageous, all like for instance, my out of pocket for the hospital, my maximum out of pocket is double. So I have to start looking at new plans. But again, I have to make sure my doctors are on there. I have to make sure my specialists, these things. So you need to know, as Daphne said, what is important to you? Is it the cost? Is it having your doctors? These are the things.
And
Oh, back to you, Nadine.
yeah, but Nadine, the thing that we should have done in the beginning is give our credentials. My credential is that I have been in the field as a life, health, and annuity agent since 1999. So I have vast experience in what we're doing, right? So I will use that experience to help anyone in our membership to be able to understand their plan. And Gloria, she can tell you how much experience she has.
Well, I have been doing
Yes,
this for about,
Gloria.
I have a health license. I no longer have a life license because I'm much more interested in, the health part of it. So I've had my license for about 30 years. I have worked in the field. I have worked directly with insurance companies. I have done seminars. Um, I've traveled for the companies throughout the United States. So I've been doing this for quite a while. And I've seen all the changes, over the years. I've worked in call centers, I've done, and you can actually see every year things are changing. But so yeah, so that's what I have to say. Yeah, I've been doing this for about 30 years. So I've ran into
Thank you so much.
every situation that you could actually think about in the
Think about.
Medicare world. I have experienced it. Thank you,
Yeah, that's
Nadine.
why I was going to tell everyone that if you're not yet a member here at the Disability Digest and you feel overwhelmed on understanding reviewing your annual notice of change, come be a member so that we will have your profile. And if you need to have a benefit review done, you would have the best of both ladies here, Daphne and Gloria, 30 years of experience. You're gonna get all the knowledge and the guidance that you need if you come join us as a member. So I posted the link on the comment section if you wanted to join us. We encourage you to join us, of course. So um yeah, Philip, are you ready for me to share your annual notice of change?
Sure.
Okay, hang on here. Let me open that first.
While you're doing that, I want to make a quick
Mhm.
point here, or point something out that you need to be aware of also. Even though you have your annual notice of change booklet, if you've got it, there's still some information that it's not in mine. I had to go online to my carrier, which is United Healthcare, and look. My doctor is no longer in the network, in the United Healthcare network. So now I've got to try to um, figure out something there, either get another doctor or change carriers. So my point is be sure that um, you go online or call your carrier to make sure your doctor is still in the network
All right.
so that
Thanks
you
for
can,
that tip.
yeah, you can prepare for that. I don't know about Daphne or Gloria's, but it's
Yeah, I do
not,
the same thing, Philip.
Yes.
that information is not in mine. I had
Yeah,
to,
providers, no, the providers are not in the, usually not in the annual notice of change.
no, but you can go online and check and see yourself if they're in there.
Best thing is
Yes,
a
Yeah.
telephone call.
yes,
Get the name of the person that tells you that they're still there. Because
mhm,
sometimes people go there and they said, well, I spoke to someone and they said that Dr. So-so was going to be here. Now he's not here. So
right.
just be diligent when it comes to getting people's information,
Yeah.
anybody
And
that's giving you that type of
yeah,
information.
and what I noticed with providers was also very important. Um, when you call the provider's office and you say, "Oh, do you accept Aetna? Do you accept United?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." Well, guess what? They also have commercial plans. So they get very confused about that. So you also have to say, "I have Aetna Medicare or United Medicare or Humana Medicare." It's not a commercial plan. So a lot of times they tell you, yes, our doctor accepts this plan, but you really have to be more specific about the plan that you currently have. They do get the commercial plans mixed up with the Medicare plans.
Thank you so much for that, Gloria. That's very helpful information. Philip, let me know if I need to scroll down and let me know
Yeah,
if you already see.
keep going. Scroll on down till you get to the
The comparison,
yes. All right,
right
stop.
there.
Oh, back up a little bit there. I've got,
Yep, right there.
Right there with the monthly premium.
Oh,
You had it.
right here?
no, go
No,
back up. Go back
up
up.
a little,
Go back
a
up
little.
or down?
I just saw it
Down. Okay.
No, it was down.
Down. Okay.
There you
There.
right
go.
there.
Right there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, you see there the monthly premium still uh, zero. The maximum out of pocket, which is the next comparison, is still at 6,700. All right, go down a little more. Then I highlighted some of the changes here. The primary is still zero copay. Specialist went from 50 to 60. The inpatient hospital stay went from 495 to 550.
Mm.
Then the drug coverage deductible, this is tier 1, tier 2 is still no copay. Tier 3 and 4 went from 495 to 600. That's a pretty good jump there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and go on down.
Keep going.
Keep going. Uh, this is for those that some plans offer a dental rider. This went from 54. It actually went down to $44 a month if you want to get a dental rider.
Mm.
Daphne or Gloria can speak to this more. Most plans, Advantage plans, have some dental coverage in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not much, but some plans offer what's called the dental rider where you can get more coverage. Of course, you have to pay for it. And for this year, or for next year, actually 26, this dental rider actually went down to $44 a month.
Okay.
Okay, keep going. Maximum out of pocket.
You
Still
spoke
the
about that
same.
already.
Yeah, that's still the same. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty much all
Yeah.
there's a
Oh,
couple.
right here.
Something.
Oh,
Do or acupuncture.
Acupuncture for 2025 is $50 copay. 2026 is going up to $60 copay, so $10 a month. I don't do acupuncture. I don't know about anybody else. That just scares me. I get enough needles during the month. I don't need no acupuncture. Now this is pretty good here. The CareFlex, which Gloria was talking about earlier, they give you in my plan, they give you $500 a quarter. So there's 4 quarters in a year. So that's $2,000 a year in the Flex card. And they actually send you a debit card that has the benefit on that debit card, and you can use it to buy groceries, pay for co-pays to the doctor, any kind of dental. If you go to the dentist and you have co-pays there, you can use that Flex card to pay for it. And it actually went up in 26 to, $50 a quarter. So that's $200 a year add-on. So overall, it's $2,200 a year in Flex card.
Hmm.
And I use that a lot. I go to the doctor quite a bit and have
Right.
a lot of specialists. I have a lot of specialist co-pays, and I use that Flex card for that. Chiropractic services, it went down $5 from 20 to 15. And emergency care went up $5. When you go in the emergency room, you got to pay a copay. It's 100. Last year was 100. 2025 was 125. 2026 going up to $130 when you go in. And hearing, it jumped up a little bit, $100 looks like. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah. From
Yeah.
99 to 199 copay. That's when you go in and have like hearing tests done, uh, any kind of testing they have to do for your hearing. I'm not at that point yet. I still have pretty good hearing. Inpatient hospital care went from $495 to $550. That's your copay when you go into the hospital. That's per day, days 1 through 5. And then, what is it? Go down a little bit more. Diagnostic testing went from $45 copay to $20 copay.
Oh, it's actually going down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I
But then you
noticed
go
some.
to the rehabilitation, it went from 45 to 50. I don't know, how do they come up with these numbers? They go from 45
Yeah.
to 50, $5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, $5 here, $5 there adds up, but
It's a big difference.
a rhyme or reason behind their figures, I don't understand.
Philip, can I just ask you one question? Is that a
Sure.
PPO plan that you have?
No, it's an HMO.
Give back?
No, it's not a give back.
It's an HMO plan?
It's an HMO, HMO POS.
Oh, POS, point of service. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Of course, if you go to just a PPO, you're generally going to pay a little bit more for services on a PPO.
Yes.
But with a PPO, you don't have the restrictions.
Right.
Referral restrictions.
Yeah.
Right.
And then what is that? Ambulatory.
Outpatient surgery.
Yeah. Went up $5. There again,
It's not,
come up with
that's
that
not,
$5.
yeah, that's not bad at all.
No. And outpatient surgery, hospital outpatient observation services. The same thing. All right, keep going up.
Yeah.
OTCs A lot of people use OTCs. I do. You know, you can buy your
Over-the-counter
over-the-counter.
benefits, as
Yeah,
Miss Gloria would say.
Yeah.
yeah. Now mine, or this year, mine's going down. It went from $60 a quarter to $25 a quarter.
Mhm.
And if I don't know about y'all, but if you go in and order the OTCs over the counter stuff, you can actually go online. Your provider,
Yeah,
like United Healthcare, they contract with these um,
Pharmacy.
pharmaceutical company or pharmacies where you can go in
Hmm.
and purchase this stuff online. And if you actually go in and compare the numbers on the stuff that you can buy, it's expensive, very
Yeah.
expensive. And $60 ain't gonna get you much.
No, it's 25 for you,
And
Philip.
now it's 25, it's even less. But you can only order so many Q-tips and cotton swabs and stuff like that, you know. If you go through my uh, drawers in my house where I keep all that stuff, I'm up to my eyeballs in that stuff now. It's good to have don't get me wrong, the OTCs are
Right.
there for you to use, and you need to use them. Okay, keep going up.
yeah.
Uh, Intensive outpatient services.
So discuss some of that right now.
Yeah, it's gone up to the $105
From
copay
zero.
from 0 to 105.
Wow.
I guess they're on $5 increments is what they're. It doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Okay, keep going up. Let's see. Wait a minute on that one there. What is that?
Skilled nursing.
Skilled nursing. 203 to 218, 0 to
Not
15.
bad.
All right, keep going. I think that's about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So to summarize, there's some small changes through there. It's gone up in 26 on my plan, but it's still not enough for me to switch to another one because I've already done my own review on other plans that are out there, and I think I'm just going to stick with this one.
Right.
The offset of the flex card benefits is enough for me to stay with them.
Right.
And you were with United Healthcare, right?
Correct. The
So,
only thing on mine that is concerning is the doctor.
mm,
And I can stick with my doctor because I've been with her for so many years. You know, I don't want to go to another doctor. I can stay in this plan, and even though she's not in the network, because she does take Medicare, they'll I still have coverage. I may have to pay a little bit more for certain services, but I'm willing to do that just to stick with my doctor.
Mm.
right. Thank you so much for walking us through, Philip, on how to
Yeah,
review the comparison from the previous year, this year. So, um, more or less, regardless of who your provider is, that's like the basic structure
yeah,
of an annual notice of change. I can quickly show you guys. This is Gloria's annual notice of change, and hers is from Aetna, right?
Edna. Yes, Edna.
Yeah, so just a quick run through so you would know what I mean when I say that it's almost like, in the same format. So you
Yep.
would also have this comparison from 2025 to 2026. So even if you are not changing plans. It is very important, as what you see from Phillips. Even though he's going to stay on the same plan, there's a lot of changes with the copays, with the benefits that he's getting. So
Right. They're very
yeah,
similar.
they are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go through some questions that we have here that is, you know, uh, related to Medicare, around Medicare. So when it comes to timing, what are the deadlines for action during annual enrollment period?
October
Like
Gloria,
when should
15th,
they?
yeah, Gloria.
October 15th to December 7th. From October 1st, we can talk about the plans, but we cannot sell the plan. So from October 15th, that's when we could start enrolling members into the plan, and they have until December 7th. All right, that's annual enrollment. So right now, today's the 8th. We can, from the 1st to the 15th, we could go over the plans and do the comparison, talk about the benefits, let them look and see what, as you said, they can highlight the differences and, make that decision. But we cannot actually enroll that person into that plan until the 15th of October.
But right now they can already start comparing plans
Right,
if they,
starting
yeah.
from the 1st. The plans are available from October 1st, and this is every year. From October 1st, the plans are available for them to compare.
All right. So anyone can answer this, but as we've all noticed in Philip's annual notice of change earlier, there are little, you know, changes, $5, $10 in copays. So why do you think it is important to know all of this and how these small copays changes can add up? Um,
I can answer that. One
yeah.
thing is that our members are on a fixed pay scale. So if you're budgeting your funds, you really want to know where your funds are going to go. So those $5 and $10 make a big difference in where your money's going. So that's one of the main reasons to check these small little co-pays here and things here and there. Just check that and be careful with that, okay?
Because they do add up.
Mm. Yeah.
It's a great
All right.
idea, Daphne.
Thank you so much for that. Anyway, before I read the next question, I want to encourage everyone, if you also have questions about Medicare, please feel free to drop in your questions in the comments. And also later, I'll share a Zoom link if there's anyone who would like to join us live here and ask your questions live to Philip, Daphne, Gloria, or me.
Yeah.
All right. So, next topic. Why should people verify their doctors and hospitals yearly? I think Philip had touched a bit of this
Yes.
earlier based on
Mhm.
his own experience, but we want to hear it from you,
Yeah.
Daph and Gloria.
One experience that I want people to be very aware of, if there are doctors that share the same office area, it doesn't mean that if one doctor takes this, planned carrier, that the other doctor's going to take that carrier.
Right.
So you still have to be very diligent in calling and asking your doctor staff. I had the occasion to enroll brothers, and one brother was like, "No, no, no, you need to go to this doctor. They take the Humana plan. They take this. They take that." Right. So when the other brother came to me, he had different doctors, and when we checked to see the doctor that he needed to see in that office, his manager had had a bad experience with Humana, and she had convinced him not to take Humana. So we got almost to the end and then realized that the doctor wasn't going to take his Humana plan, and we had to look for something else because his doctor, the service that he was looking for was very important for his health. So those are things to be very conscious of. Okay.
Let me
As
say,
far as the hospital, excuse me, Gloria, as far as the hospitals have gotten to the point where they will tell you whether they take certain insurance or not. So be careful, check your hospital, the hospital that's closest to you, to make sure that they take your carrier as well. I'm sorry, Gloria, go ahead.
oh, it's okay. No, sorry. Yeah, I'm going back to the doctors. Doctors, you could change your you don't have to wait 1 year to change your doctor. You can actually change your doctor every month. So if you have an issue with a doctor, you're not happy with that doctor, you just have to call member services and they will change your doctor for the first of the following month. And again, based on how serious your medical situation is, they could retroactive back and have you still go to that doctor in the middle of the month. So these are very important things to always contact your insurance company, contact your carrier. If your hospital is not in the network, hospitals, they have to admit you for an emergency. And then what they will do, based on what your situation is or your symptoms, they will treat you and transfer you to the hospital that accepts your plan. But by law, they must treat you with an emergency, whether they're in network or not. They cannot go by that factor. That's it.
That's very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very helpful information. Not everyone knows that. Um, all right, next, we'd like to hear more about extra benefits, dental, vision, hearing, over-the-counter allowance changes. Anything that you'd like to discuss about that?
Just that I've noticed that a lot of plans with the over-the-counter benefits, that they're going down. So a person, one of my clients told me, she said, I can't afford for my flex dollars to stop because I depend on them. Well, I try to look for plans that give you, flex dollars, and I try to look for the plan that gives you the most, and we'll look and see if those other benefits that's in the plan benefit you. But just be careful to not put your budget on flex dollars, because they will change on a monthly, I mean, not monthly, but a yearly basis. Okay?
Yeah. One year it
Yes.
may be there, next year it may not be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, from my benefits that I have with Aetna, as I said, last year for my flex dollars, I had $75 every quarter, and this year, zero, no flex. But I'm not going to change my plan because of that, because I have to look at other factors. As Daphne said, you have to look at other things, not just base your plan on just the flex. But again, some people are in a very tight budget, so they really, again, it has to do with an individual choice based
Yeah.
on what their budget is, actually what they could afford and what they cannot afford. Some people, they get food stamps and it's not enough to stretch. So
Mm.
that's why they asking for these cards to buy food. And I think with the food stamps, they have limitations like what they can buy. I
Yeah.
think that things that they cannot buy, like soap,
Yes.
certain things they cannot buy. But
Mhm.
with some of the insurance companies with the flex cards, they could buy paper towels. I mean, paper products, they could buy soap, these things. So again, it's an individual choice.
So some flex cards would allow you to buy basic essential, like,
Yes.
Mhm.
yeah.
Keep in
Okay.
mind too, that if you have the flex card or
Mhm.
any benefit like that, where it's a rolling amount that they give you, you have to use that by the end of the year.
Or sometimes it's by the end of the month.
Yeah, because
Right. It doesn't roll
it doesn't
over.
roll over.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
Right.
roll over.
Or the end of the quarter.
End
Yeah.
of the quarter or
Mhm.
month. Yeah. Some companies. Mhm.
Yeah, so be sure you use it. If you got it, use it. Use it or lose it.
Mhm.
I had a client who was asking me about, she was like, oh, I really want to get these special shoes and I don't know where to go. And, so these are things that the insurance companies, these are extra things that they offer. They have what they call a durable medical supply company.
Yeah.
Those companies would give you things like orthopedic shoes, if you need a wheelchair, a walker. Some companies also have benefits where if you need a ramp for your wheelchair, they will send someone in to put that ramp there for you so you can wheel that chair into your home, right? They also have the shower for your shower, the bar. As people get older, you want to sit on a bench to have a shower, or you want to have the bar to hold on to. And these things are also given by insurance companies or some people who have Medicaid. They will uh, provide that benefit for you. So there are a lot of things that a lot of people they don't realize. I'm sure it's in the book, but they don't really because they never really needed it at the time, or they didn't know someone who has had it. They never thought about even calling their insurance company to find out about all these things that they have available to them. Some people who are incontinent, they have certain pads for their beds, for pull-ups and all these things. All these things are available. There are a lot of things that you can get through your insurance companies. Again, some people, transportation, that's another thing that's offered to a lot of plans offer transportation. And they will tell you, well, they might say you have 26 trips. Well, what it means, you have 13 one way, 13 the other way. So it's really it's 26, but they never tell you that in the book. They just said you have 26 trips, but it's half and half. Right.
Okay,
And
Lindsay.
yep, and then you also have to, when you need transportation, they usually like you to call 2 days in advance. And when you call them, you need to let them know if you need wheelchair access. So instead of sending you a regular car, they'll send you maybe a van that has the ramp that could use the wheelchair access. So all of these little things that you have to ask for. Some of the companies they give you Meals on Wheels, based on your income, or when you discharge from the hospital or from a facility, they offer the meals. Well, some people say to me, "Oh, the meal is so bland, I don't like it." And I say, "Well, guess what? Just put a little seasoning from your home on top of the meal." They have kosher meals, they have vegetarian meals. All of those things are available to people. So there are a lot of things that you have. Some people like to go to the gym. Um, if you cannot go to the gym based on your illness or you have no access, they have a lot of them have what they call a little mini gym. It's they send you a little kit at home that you could use, which is like maybe it's like stress balls or stretching, things to stretch. But you need to check with your doctor first and see if you can use these things. But they do have access that you could use a little mini gym at home if you don't have access to go to a bigger gym.
Now, Gloria, all these things that you're sharing, these are really, great benefits to have. Are these information found in their annual notice of change, or do they need to call their insurance to find out all of those wonderful things?
Well, some of them are available in the book, but most of the time you need to call the plan, call member services or customer service at the back of your card to ask these questions, because then you will get things in details. Right.
Good. Okay. Just want to remind all of our viewers that I posted a link for our Zoom meeting. So if you wanted to join us, jump in a call and ask your questions live, you can do that. And while we wait for someone to join us in a call, Philip, do you have Medicare questions from your group that maybe Daphne and Gloria can answer?
No, actually, I don't have any today from the group.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Totally okay. But please know, everyone, beyond this live event, Gloria and Daphne and Philip and I will always be here for you. So if you're not yet a member, please join the Disability Digest. Our membership here is at no cost, and it gives you both live and digital support. So aside from us, we also have Benny, our AI chat support, who will be here to answer your questions 24/7. And we also have courses and support groups that offers help and tools to make sure that you get everything that you are entitled to. And also, before the annual enrollment period, we still have at least 18 or 20 more open spots for a benefit review that you can have done with Daphne and Gloria. So if you are already a member but you have not requested your benefit review yet, just contact us or email support at thedisabilitydigest.com or help at thedisabilitydigest.com, and we will help you secure one of the remaining spots for the benefit review. All right, we have Jacqueline here who wants to join us live. I'm going to go ahead and let her in. Hi, Jacqueline.
She's
I'm
muted.
gonna,
He's
She's,
mute.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you to go on mute.
There she is.
I mean, unmute, not on mute. Unmute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for joining.
Wait, am I on mute? Did
No,
I?
we can
We
No.
hear
can hear
you.
you. We can
Am
hear
I
you now.
still muted? You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hi, how are you?
we're
Good,
good.
good, good.
We're all
Good.
good. How are you doing, Jacqueline?
So I'm not doing too well. So I applied for Social Security benefits. However, they stated that they reached out to two of my doctor, my neurosurgeon, and my PC and my primary care. But when I spoke to both doctors, I saw my primary yesterday and I saw my neuro today, and both of them said they never received anything from Social Security requesting any information about my care.
Mhm.
But I was denied my benefits. And in the denial, they stated that as part of the denial, they had reached out to my doctors for my medical record. And that was part of the reason why I was denied.
Mhm.
They denied you because you didn't have, they weren't able to uh, look at your medical records? I'm not following. Are they?
Well, it said that as part of the denial process, they had reached out to my doctors to get my records. It didn't say whether they received it or not because when I spoke to my two doctors yesterday and today, they both said they didn't receive any correspondence from Social Security regarding my care.
Well, from my experience with doctors and um, their staff, that's not unusual to hear. I mean, they get all kinds of requests from patients for medical records and stuff, and you know they're supplying so much of it or having to that they generally don't remember, you know, corresponding with Social Security. Have you gone online and set up your account, your Social Security account? Have you done that?
I did that when I initially applied because I applied through an attorney. So
Yeah.
when I initially applied, I went online and set up the account.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, I
that
did.
I found out before the attorney about the denial because it was posted online.
Okay. You should be able to go to your account. You may not be able to do it now since you've already applied, but your attorney can go online and look to see what medical records are there
Okay.
and determine, you know, if it's complete and accurate. So that's the first
Mhm.
First thing I would do is contact, do you still have this attorney?
Yes, I do.
That's who I would be calling them as soon as you got off the phone and
Yeah.
asking them what medical records do they have. And the attorney can actually, they have the ability to go in to Social Security and look and see what's actually in your records. You
Okay.
can't, but the attorney can.
Okay.
So that would be the first place I go is back to your attorney.
And
Okay.
Jacqueline, do you have my chart?
Do I have, I'm
My
sorry,
chart.
my chart?
Yes.
No, I don't. I
Oh,
don't.
okay. That's where your medical records are put by your doctor. So that would be a good source right there.
Okay. I don't think my PCP applies to my chart.
Okay.
But
Yeah, the best thing is to go through your attorney
okay.
Hmm.
because he or she's going to have the complete uh, record file from Social Security. And what they have is what you need to go by.
Okay. I will definitely call them when I get off.
Yeah.
But thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I hope we were able to at least guide you on the next step that you can do regarding your situation. All right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Jacqueline.
Thank you. I
Take care.
appreciate it. You too. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see. So we don't have any more questions here. So again, just to wrap things up, um, again, just a quick summary and review. Always remember, it is very important to review your annual notice of change, even if you're not changing your plans, because you don't want to get any surprises. And not all surprises are good.
Good.
So yeah.
That's true.
Any final message and reminder to our viewers today from the three of you?
If you uh, if you don't have your annual notice of change yet and you're not quite sure how to obtain it, again, become a member with the Disability Digest. You can send a request to support at thedisabilitydigest.com and somebody will contact you, one of the advocates, and help you with that. And also remember that you can, if you're a member of my Facebook group, just drop me a DM and ask me for help on how to acquire that, and I'll get back with you. That's it.
I wanted to
Nice.
say, just be proactive in getting in touch with Gloria and myself or Philip in regards to getting your review done. Please don't wait until the last moment, till December 7th, and then
Yeah,
call your doctor.
it'll sneak up on you real
Yes,
quick.
it does. It does. It's not a
Yeah.
3 months.
And
No,
we all
no.
procrastinate. That's
Yes.
human nature is to procrastinate. So
So
That's true.
I had some stories from last year and I won't share them, but I do have something positive to say that I have one client and she's probably listening right now. She was on top of everything. And because of her, I learned so much and she shares with me things that she learns from other networks of people who discuss Social Security and disability. So just be very proactive. Okay?
Yep. And I just want to say to everyone that we have your best interests at heart. We are here to help you. We will do everything in our power to help you. And if we don't have the answer, we will find out more and,
Yep.
get back and, get the answers for you.
So thank
Thank you.
you so much once again, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And Philip, Daphne, Gloria, it's a pleasure to have you here. So everyone, make it a great day and see you all next week.
Thank you.
Bye.